The unwavering path. Mastering Stoicism for a modern life. Do you find yourself caught in a cycle of endless obstacles, striving for progress, but feeling perpetually stagnant? Perhaps it's time to embrace the transformative power of Stoicism, not as a relic of ancient history, but as a dynamic and practical philosophy for modern living. This isn't about minor tweaks. It's about fundamentally rewiring your mindset to cultivate resilience, strength, and unwavering purpose. Imagine turning setbacks into stepping stones, transforming every obstacle into an opportunity for growth. These 11 Stoic strategies offer a roadmap to mastering your emotions, conquering distractions, and navigating the chaotic currents of life with intention. Prepare to break free from the shackles of doubt and hesitation. Your journey towards a more resilient, powerful, and successful self begins now. Let's embark on this transformative journey together, leveling up your life through the enduring wisdom of Stoicism. Welcome to a deeper exploration of Stoic secrets. 1. The Stoic mindset. Mastering your inner world. The Stoic mindset isn't about suppressing emotions or becoming a detached observer. It's about cultivating mastery over your inner world to effectively navigate and thrive in the external one. Stoicism's core principle emphasizes that true strength originates from within. While external events, the actions of others, and the unpredictable forces of nature remain largely beyond our influence, our thoughts, reactions, and actions are entirely within our domain. This understanding unlocks true power and self-mastery. The Stoics believe that your response to adversity defines you, emphasizing that it's not the obstacles themselves, but your chosen reaction that determines your success. The modern world, seemingly more chaotic than ever before, bombards us with constant distractions, societal pressures, and the relentless pursuit of achievement. However, these time-tested Stoic principles, honed over millennia, provide the essential tools not only to survive but to flourish. As the Buddha wisely noted, your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. This insight highlights the synergy between Stoicism and modern life. Mastering your internal state renders the external world manageable, if not entirely conquerable. Our first and most fundamental strategy centers around prioritizing yourself. Many of us, especially men aged 30 to 65, have been conditioned to believe that prioritizing ourselves is selfish or indulgent. We diligently cater to work, family, and countless obligations, often neglecting our own well-being in the process. Stoicism challenges this paradigm, asserting that we cannot be the best version of ourselves for others until we prioritize ourselves first. You're not an afterthought in your own life. You're the star of the show. It's time to start acting accordingly. This isn't about self-centeredness. It's about recognizing your intrinsic worth. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Valuing yourself and your time sets a precedent for how others should treat you and, in turn, how you engage with the world. The first step in prioritizing yourself involves self-affirmation. Begin each morning by looking in the mirror and affirming your value. I am worthy. I am capable. I rise above. This may feel awkward initially, especially if you're unaccustomed to speaking kindly to yourself. However, this practice gradually builds a foundation of self-worth and reprograms your mind. The transformative power of self-talk is supported by scientific evidence, which reveals that positive self-affirmations can rewire neural pathways, boosting confidence and resilience. As Epictetus taught, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. The second crucial step is setting boundaries. Many falter here, conditioned to prioritize pleasing others at their own expense. However, setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. Learning to decline requests that drain your energy isn't a weakness, it's a strength. Clear boundaries ensure that your time and energy are invested in what truly matters. In today's demanding world, boundaries serve as a form of self-preservation, enabling you to maintain focus on your personal goals and growth. Investing in yourself, is another critical component of Stoic practice. Whether through reading, acquiring new skills, or dedicating time to passion projects, personal development should be non-negotiable. This echoes the wisdom of Seneca, who stated, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." Continuously evolving not only betters yourself, but also transforms you into a more valuable asset to those around you, your family, friends, and society at large. You become a wellspring of knowledge and strength from which others can draw. Alongside mental and emotional growth, physical self-care is paramount. The Stoics believed in the interconnectedness of body and mind, recognizing that neglecting one weakens the other. Your body serves as the vessel through which you experience life, and treating it well is not simply a matter of practicality. It's essential. Exercise, adequate rest, and proper nutrition are not indulgences. They're the necessary maintenance for the high-performance machine that is your body. Lao Tzu, another profound thinker, wisely said, "He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened." The more attuned you are to your body, the better equipped you are to face life's challenges with clarity and strength. At this point, you might question whether such self-focus is excessively self-centered. However, the Stoic truth lies in the understanding that by improving yourself, you ultimately enhance your ability to serve others. As Marcus Aurelius articulated, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee." Your growth and well-being benefit everyone around you. When you prioritize filling your own cup first, you have more to offer others. You become more present, more capable, and better equipped to uplift those around you. When you stand tall, you inspire others to do the same. As a challenge, identify 3 actions you will undertake this week to prioritize yourself. Perhaps you've been postponing a health checkup, neglecting a personal project, or failing to allocate time for rest. Whatever it may be, take action now. These small yet significant steps will not only enhance your life, but will also positively impact those around you. Share your commitments to foster accountability and build stronger communities grounded in mutual respect and self-worth. As we transition to the next essential strategy, remember that Stoicism is not a passive philosophy. It requires action. As Bruce Lee aptly stated, "Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do." Every step you take towards prioritizing yourself will ripple outwards, influencing every facet of your life, affecting not only your own happiness, but also your capacity to contribute meaningfully to the world. This journey is yours to take, and the power to transform lies in your hands. Stoic strategies are not merely ancient teachings. They are practical tools that you can implement in your modern life today. Now is the time to reclaim control, to become the best version of yourself, and to rise above life's challenges. Your future self is counting on you to take that first step. 2. Remain calm in stressful situations, a Stoic anchor. We've all experienced being buried in work, facing looming deadlines, with our boss constantly checking in and our phones buzzing incessantly. In such moments, maintaining composure isn't merely advantageous, it's essential. Calmness keeps you grounded, facilitating clear thinking, improved decision-making, and the projection of confidence. People naturally trust those who remain composed under pressure. However, cultivating calm requires practice and the implementation of key strategies. Begin with your breath. Deep, controlled breathing lowers your heart rate and clears your mind. Try inhaling deeply for 4 counts, holding for 4, and exhaling for 4. This simple technique can reset your brain, enabling you to regain control in stressful moments. As Thich Nhat Hanh eloquently stated, "Conscious breathing is my anchor." Next, reframe the situation. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Often, the answer is no, which provides perspective and reduces the stress's impact. Most stress is temporary, and this shift in mindset can significantly diminish its power. Focus on what you can control. Marcus Aurelius taught, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. By directing your energy toward your thoughts and actions, you minimize stress. Accept what you cannot change and concentrate on your response. Before reacting, pause. In stressful moments, a brief pause enables you to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. This aligns with the Stoic practice of self-discipline and inner strength. Visualize calmness. Picture yourself handling stress with ease. This mental rehearsal prepares you for how you'll actually respond. The Stoics refer to this as negative visualization, preparing for challenges to build resilience. Remember, staying calm doesn't mean suppressing your emotions. It means mastering them. The next time you find yourself in a stressful situation, try one of these techniques and observe how it alters your response. Your calm energy will not only benefit you, but also inspire those around you. In life, you can't always control what happens, but you can control how you respond. By practicing calmness, you can transform stressful moments into opportunities for growth. 3. Enhance your appearance, projecting confidence and self-respect. Let's delve into a Stoic strategy that often gets overlooked: enhancing your appearance. You might be thinking, isn't Stoicism all about inner strength and virtue? Why focus on how I look? Here's the core truth. While Stoicism prioritizes what's within, your appearance is not merely about vanity. It reflects self-respect and profoundly influences how you carry yourself and how the world responds to you. Taking control of how you present yourself creates a positive feedback loop. Looking good boosts your self-esteem, leading to improved performance. This has nothing to do with conforming to superficial standards. It's about expressing the best, most authentic version of yourself. The way you present yourself to the world influences how you navigate it. Let's break this down into practical steps for elevating your presence without becoming someone you're not. First, define your personal style. Your clothing should resonate with your core values, not societal expectations. Finding a style that aligns with your personality and goals projects confidence effortlessly. This doesn't necessitate spending vast sums on trendy clothes. It's about making thoughtful choices that help you feel like the best version of yourself. Next, consider grooming. This doesn't require an extravagant routine or hours spent in front of the mirror. However, it does entail maintaining a level of self-care that reflects self-respect. Keeping your hair neat, nails trimmed, and clothes clean signals that you value yourself. This isn't superficial, it's foundational. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus advised, know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. What you wear and how you groom yourself should extend from your identity and the values you uphold. Consistent grooming isn't just about external appearance. It reflects how you feel about yourself internally. Posture is another critical factor in how others perceive you and how you feel about yourself. Standing tall with your shoulders back and chin up speaks volumes before you utter a word. Good posture conveys confidence and control, a simple adjustment with a significant payoff. Dressing for your goals is the next step in elevating your appearance. If you aspire to a leadership role at work, begin dressing the part now. People will start to perceive you as someone who already embodies those qualities. This concept applies whether you're pursuing a promotion, launching a business, or seeking personal growth. Marcus Aurelius stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. When you dress for the life you desire, you seize control of what you can, shaping how others view and treat you. Health is also directly linked to how you look and feel. Caring for your body through regular exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate sleep isn't merely about physical appearance. It's about establishing a foundation of vitality that sustains you in every aspect of life. A healthy body projects energy and resilience, both of which are magnetic. Now, some might question whether focusing on appearance is superficial. Let's shift the perspective. Enhancing your appearance isn't about vanity or seeking external approval. It's about alignment. When your external self reflects your inner values, you create inner harmony. Investing time in caring for your appearance isn't just about catering to the outside world. It reinforces your sense of self-worth and purpose. It's about taking control of what you can and using that to project confidence and strength. As Lao Tzu said, "He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened." Knowing yourself and expressing that through your appearance is a powerful form of self-awareness. Make one deliberate change to enhance your appearance. It doesn't need to be drastic. Try a new haircut, upgrade your wardrobe with one essential piece, or simply stand taller. The changes you implement today, regardless of how small, will ripple outwards, affecting how you feel and how others respond to you. Your appearance is more than just a surface-level detail. It's a tool for self-expression, a reflection of self-respect, and a key to unlocking deeper confidence. The Stoics understood the importance of mastering what we can control, and your appearance is one of the most immediate aspects you can influence. Taking charge of it, enhancing it, and aligning it with your values doesn't just alter how the world perceives you. It changes how you perceive yourself. When you view yourself in a new light, you begin to act in ways that bring you closer to the person you're striving to be. Embrace this strategy, implement those changes, and observe how your confidence and self-perception evolve. It's not about perfection. It's about progress and living in alignment with your true self. You're on the path to unlocking your full potential with Stoicism. 4. Keep a smile on your face, the power of positive expression. Before dismissing this as mere fluff, consider the authentic power of a smile. It's more than just looking friendly. It's a potent tool that can alter how you feel and how others perceive you. Smiling triggers your brain to release dopamine, endorphins, and serotonin, chemicals that reduce stress, elevate your mood, and even bolster your immune system. Remarkably, this effect persists even with a forced smile. Furthermore, a smile renders you more approachable, trustworthy, and likable. Studies reveal that people who smile are viewed as more confident and competent. How can you harness this power in your daily life? Start your day with a smile to set a positive tone. Smile at yourself in the mirror to cultivate self-assurance. Even smiling during phone calls can make you sound more engaging. Make it a habit to seek reasons to smile by focusing on the positive aspects of life. This will make your smiles more natural and genuine. Finally, smile at strangers. It can brighten their day and create a ripple of positivity. While you cannot control others' reactions, you can control your own actions. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Smiling during difficult times reflects a conscious choice to maintain inner strength, not a pretense that everything is perfect. Your smile can protect you from negativity and radiate positivity to those around you. Simply put, smiling is a physical expression of Stoicism, emphasizing control over what you can influence, such as your attitude. Marcus Aurelius stated, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Your smile serves as a reminder that happiness originates from within. Make a deliberate effort to smile more and notice how it affects your mood, interactions, and overall energy. Observe how people respond and how you feel. Smiling isn't solely about appearing cheerful. It's about nurturing inner positivity and influencing your emotional state and relationships. By choosing to smile, you choose resilience and grace in the face of life's challenges. 5. Set your own course, defining success on your terms. In today's society, we are bombarded with opinions on how we should live, inundated with messages from social media, advertisements, and even the people closest to us, all dictating who we should be, what success should resemble, and how to attain it. But what if, instead of blindly following a script crafted by others, you decided to write your own story? This is where the Stoic principle of setting your own course becomes paramount. This isn't merely an act of rebellion. It's an act of self-mastery, of truly owning your life. You possess the power to live on your terms, define success according to your values, and craft a life that reflects your deepest aspirations. Choosing your own path doesn't imply recklessly pursuing every whim or abandoning all guidance. It signifies intentionality, aligning your daily actions with your core values and long-term vision. As Epictetus wisely stated, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. The foundation of setting your own course lies in self-knowledge, understanding what truly matters to you, not just what the world deems important. This requires deep introspection and a thorough exploration of your values. Once you've identified your core values, the next step is to establish goals that genuinely resonate with you. Success manifests differently for everyone. For some, it means climbing the corporate ladder. For others, it involves creating art, helping others, or achieving inner peace. What does success look like to you? This isn't about pursuing society's definition of achievement. It's about pursuing what aligns with your values and brings you closer to your authentic self. If you don't define success on your terms, someone else will do it for you, potentially leading to a life of quiet dissatisfaction. Take a moment to reflect on what truly ignites a fire within you. Setting your own course also entails embracing discomfort. Growth rarely occurs within your comfort zone. If you consistently engage in what's familiar, you're not challenging yourself, and without that challenge, there's no progress. Reflect on moments of profound growth in your life. These likely occurred when you faced challenges head-on, ventured into the unknown, and learned to adapt. As the Buddha teaches, no matter how hard the past, you can always begin again. The journey towards your true path may be uncomfortable at times, but it's precisely within that discomfort that transformation lies. Another key aspect of this strategy is embracing lifelong learning. The world is constantly evolving, and so should you. Maintain an open mind and a curious spirit. Acquire new skills, broaden your perspectives, and be willing to adjust your course when necessary. Remember, you're not rigidly adhering to a map. You're designing a dynamic, ever-evolving journey. One of the most frequently overlooked aspects of setting your own course is learning to trust yourself. While seeking advice from others can be valuable, no one understands your inner world better than you. You possess an innate sense of what feels right and what doesn't. Trust that gut feeling. Your intuition often represents your deepest wisdom speaking. The Stoics emphasized inner strength, and trusting yourself is a cornerstone of that strength. Let's translate this philosophy into action. Envision yourself 10 years from now, living your ideal life. What does it look like? What are you doing? How do you feel when you wake up each day? This vision, however vivid or faint, can serve as your North Star, guiding your decisions in the present. Ensure that every action you take today aligns with that vision. If it doesn't, it might be time to reassess. Take it a step further by dedicating 15 minutes this week to crafting your personal mission statement. Define who you are and what you stand for. Once written, let it guide your actions moving forward. If you feel bold, share a snippet of your mission statement with others. Your courage to define your path may inspire someone else to do the same. 6. Stand firm in your values, the foundation of authentic living. Gentlemen, it's time to step up, plant your feet firmly, and make your stand. This isn't simply about speaking up for the sake of it. It's about knowing who you are, what you believe, and possessing the courage to remain true to those beliefs, even when the world around you attempts to steer you in a different direction. We live in an era where everyone dictates how to think, how to act, and what success should represent. However, true strength arises from standing firm in your values, even if that means standing alone. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus stated, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. This speaks directly to the heart of taking a stand. It's not about popularity or being well-liked. It's about authenticity and upholding your principles, regardless of others' opinions. The first step in making your stand is knowing your values intimately. What truly matters to you? Is it integrity, family, honor, or perhaps personal freedom? Once you possess clarity on your core values, it becomes easier to make decisions and stand your ground when life challenges you. Speaking your truth is the next crucial part of this process. This doesn't necessitate shouting from the rooftops or engaging in unnecessary confrontations. However, when something contravenes your values, don't remain silent. Speaking up, even in small ways, strengthens your resolve. Your words reflect your inner truth, communicating your values to the world. Speaking your truth is akin to setting boundaries, not just for how others treat you, but for how you navigate the world. Align your voice with your principles, and you'll build unwavering confidence in yourself. However, be clear, actions will always speak louder than words. It's easy to articulate values, but it's your actions that demonstrate what you truly stand for. Each time you follow through on a commitment or stand firm in a difficult situation, you reinforce your character. Remember, consistency between your words and actions builds integrity. The world is filled with talkers, but it's the doers who inspire respect. Consider who you admire. Chances are, it's not merely people who speak well, but those who back their words with action. Sometimes, standing for what you believe entails standing alone. There will be moments when you feel isolated because others don't perceive the world as you do. This is where authentic strength is tested. Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic, observed, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." You must learn to stand tall, even in moments of solitude, because that's when your character is truly forged. The respect you earn from yourself will far outweigh the fleeting approval of the crowd. That being said, you don't need to fight every battle. Wisdom lies in knowing which fights are worth your energy. Life presents countless distractions, and not everything warrants your attention. Choose your battles strategically, ensuring they align with your core values. Engaging in every argument or challenge will deplete you, whereas standing firm on the issues that matter most will fortify your spirit. Your challenge for this week is to stand up for something that truly matters to you. This could be as simple as speaking up at a meeting, supporting a friend who's being treated unfairly, or making a difficult decision based on your values. Whatever it is, ensure it's something meaningful. Each time you take a stand, you're not only influencing the situation, but strengthening your character and becoming the person you're meant to be. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. So, fill your mind with courage, stand firm in your values, and observe how your life transforms. Nurture your sense of humor. Life is challenging, but a good sense of humor is an underrated tool. It keeps things in perspective and can lighten any situation. 7. Nurture your wit. Finding humor in the human experience. In a world often weighed down by responsibility, challenges, and uncertainties, cultivating wit can be a highly effective tool for lightening the load. However, wit isn't merely about making people laugh or being the funniest person in the room. It's about developing a perspective that allows you to find humor in life's quirks and absurdities, enabling you to handle challenges with grace and resilience. Humor can profoundly shift your mindset from frustration to understanding and from stress to calm. Sharpening your wit starts with observing the absurdities of life. Life is replete with unexpected and often irrational moments. Whether it's the chaos of a crowded subway or the unpredictability of human behavior, humor surrounds us if we take a moment to notice. It also requires remembering the power of self-deprecating humor. Being able to laugh at yourself disarms others, but, more importantly, demonstrates confidence in who you are. Seneca stated, "He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at." This relates to Stoicism. If you can laugh at mistakes and shortcomings, they lose their power. Timing is crucial. Developing a sense of when to inject humor is important. Too much humor can seem careless. Wisely used humor can diffuse conflict. It's about balance and context. Another way is by reading widely. Exposing yourself to styles of wit can help you develop your own. Whether it's literature, stand-up, or Buddhist teachings, diversifying exposure can open new ways of thinking. Finally, learn to use humor as a coping mechanism. Finding the funny side can help you navigate tough times. Your challenge for the week is finding humor in frustrating situations. By nurturing your wit, you're not just equipping yourself for tough times, you're adding joy to daily life. You're giving yourself the ability to shift perspective and handle whatever comes your way with a smile. 8. Master your emotions, responding with clarity and composure. Mastering your emotions is one of the most valuable lessons in Stoicism, with the power to transform your life, especially when faced with adversity. Life is inherently unpredictable, throwing challenges, obstacles, and frustrations your way when you least expect them. The easy path involves surrendering control to emotions like anger, frustration, or sadness. However, Stoicism teaches that while we may not control external events, we retain complete control over our response. This ability to respond with clarity and composure is the source of true strength. Emotional mastery isn't about ignoring or suppressing feelings. It's about understanding those emotions and preventing them from dictating your actions. By pausing, assessing, and consciously choosing to respond from a place of calm, you transition from being a reactor to life stresses to becoming a commander of your inner world. Picture this scenario. You're in a heated meeting when a colleague unfairly criticizes your work. The immediate impulse might be to lash out in anger or frustration. However, by taking a moment to breathe and questioning whether anger will improve the situation, you'll likely recognize that a composed, thoughtful response will not only defuse the tension, but also garner you respect. The Stoics viewed negative emotions like anger and jealousy as forms of temporary madness. As Seneca stated, anger is a short madness. Acting out of anger often leads to poor decisions and regret. Instead of allowing these emotions to control you, step back and process them wisely. This emotional intelligence allows you to face challenges with grace and strengthens your character over time. The ability to remain calm doesn't just benefit you personally, it influences how others perceive you. People are naturally drawn to those who can maintain composure under pressure because it conveys strength and reliability. Imagine how much more productive conversations could be if people approached them with reason and calmness instead of heightened emotions. The key lesson here is that emotional mastery isn't about being emotionless. It's about being emotionally intelligent. You possess the power to pause, reflect, and choose how you respond to life's challenges. The next time you encounter a stressful situation, challenge yourself to pause before reacting. This consistent practice builds emotional resilience, enabling you to remain calm even during life's most trying moments. By doing so, you'll discover that you not only handle life's difficulties more effectively, but also become a source of calm for those around you. When emotions surge, remember that you are in control. 9. Cultivate patience. Finding serenity in the waiting game. In a world that seems to accelerate endlessly, cultivating patience becomes like finding an oasis in a desert of chaos. Patience isn't merely about waiting. It's about waiting well, with purpose and calmness. Stoicism stresses that patience isn't a weakness, but a strength, enabling us to grow both personally and professionally. In today's modern world, where instant gratification has become the norm, mastering patience can set you apart. Stoicism advocates embracing amor fati, which means loving your fate, regardless of its nature. This practice urges you not only to accept what happens in life, but to embrace it fully, including the challenging moments, without resentment or rushing through them. The key lies in recognizing that every event, every delay, every setback contributes to your growth journey, and hurrying the process won't strengthen you. It will only amplify your frustration. Reflect on your own life. How often do you find yourself yearning for immediate results, whether in career advancement, skill development, or relationship building? It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't materialize as quickly as you desire. However, true growth and success require time. Stoicism reminds us to focus not on the outcome, but on the process itself. Each step forward, regardless of its magnitude, constitutes progress, and rushing through life only leaves you feeling dissatisfied. By setting realistic expectations, not only for yourself but also for others, you minimize unnecessary frustration. Consider the example of someone training for a marathon. They understand that they cannot run 26 miles on their first day, and they don't allow this realization to discourage them. Instead, they focus on gradual improvement, trusting that patience and persistence will ultimately lead them to their goal. Mindfulness plays a vital role in cultivating patience. During moments of impatience, practice becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings. Acknowledge your impatience without suppressing it, but don't permit it to dictate your actions. This is crucial for maintaining calmness and focus, even when life presents obstacles. Imagine being stuck in traffic or awaiting a delayed project at work. You can choose to succumb to frustration, or you can take a breath, observe the situation without judgment, and remind yourself that patience is an integral part of the process. Which option facilitates greater peace of mind? Which option aligns more closely with your long-term goals of personal growth? Consider the story of a successful artist who persevered for years to establish a reputation. Early in her career, she faced numerous rejections, each one testing her patience. However, instead of giving up, she chose to concentrate on refining her craft and remaining committed to her vision. Over time, her persistence paid off, and she achieved the recognition she deserved, not by rushing the process, but by trusting it. How do you handle moments of delay or frustration in your own journey? Do you succumb to discouragement, or do you allow patience to guide you through? The message is clear. Patience is not passive, it's active. It involves being present in each moment, trusting the process, and recognizing that genuine success doesn't materialize overnight. By practicing patience, you cultivate resilience, develop greater grounding, and become better equipped to navigate life's challenges with grace. The next time you face a situation that tests your patience, pause, breathe, and remember that every moment is an opportunity for growth. Mastering patience isn't simply about enduring hardship. It's about transforming that hardship into something meaningful and productive. Ultimately, patience allows you to create a more fulfilling life, one where you exercise greater control over your emotions and your path forward. 10. Practice self-reliance, finding strength within. Self-reliance stands as one of the most potent principles in Stoicism, guiding us to depend on our internal fortitude rather than external forces. It involves recognizing that your happiness and success are primarily your responsibility, rather than being dictated by the opinions or validation of others. However, do not confuse this with isolation or severing ties with society. Self-reliance isn't about rejecting help when needed. It's about understanding that true fulfillment originates from within. As Epictetus famously stated, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. This insight encapsulates the essence of Stoic self-reliance. External factors will always remain beyond our control, but our thoughts, actions, and emotional resilience are entirely within our power. In today's society, it's easy to become fixated on seeking approval from others, whether through social media validation or workplace recognition. However, Stoicism reminds us that these external sources of validation are fleeting and unreliable. True self-reliance commences when you cease relying on others' opinions and instead focus on cultivating your internal resources, your knowledge, skills, and emotional strength. The more you nurture self-sufficiency, the less you require external validation to feel complete. The Stoics believe that everything we need for a fulfilling life resides within us. And by concentrating on what we can control, our responses, our growth, our character, we become unshakable. One approach to practicing self-reliance involves setting personal goals that align with your values rather than with societal or external expectations. For example, in a world consumed by material success, define success for yourself. What genuinely brings you contentment and purpose? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not external things that disturb us, but the judgments we make about them." By relying on your own values and principles, you liberate yourself from the compulsion to conform to external expectations. This independence of mind bolsters your resilience in the face of life's challenges because you're less susceptible to being swayed by the opinions or pressures of others. In modern life, self-reliance also encompasses emotional independence. This entails developing the emotional fortitude to handle setbacks, rejections, or failures without allowing them to define you. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, but rather processing them in a way that allows you to move forward with strength and clarity. If you've ever faced a situation where things didn't unfold as planned, perhaps you were overlooked for a promotion or experienced personal disappointment, how did you react? Did you allow it to diminish you, or did you draw upon your internal strength to rise above it? Self-reliance empowers you to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting emotionally, a crucial skill for navigating life's inevitable ups and downs. Furthermore, self-reliance cultivates a greater sense of autonomy and purpose. When you rely on yourself, you're more likely to make decisions that align with your core values rather than conforming to the crowd or living according to someone else's expectations. This fosters a sense of empowerment, where you feel in control of your path rather than being swept along by external forces. Imagine a ship guided by a strong, steady captain. It navigates the stormy seas not because the winds are always favorable, but because the captain possesses the skills to steer through adversity. In life, you're the captain of your own ship. Self-reliance provides you with the tools to steer through adversity with confidence and clarity. Ultimately, the lesson of self-reliance is one of personal empowerment. By cultivating your internal resources, focusing on what you can control, and learning to depend on yourself, you unlock the freedom that originates from within. This Stoic principle teaches that while we may not control external events, we always control our thoughts, actions, and responses. 11. Embrace discomfort, the path to resilience and virtue. Embracing discomfort stands as a core tenet of Stoicism and a powerful strategy for leveling up in life. The Stoics believe that hardship and adversity are inevitable, and rather than attempting to evade them, they should be met head-on as opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, viewed every challenge as a chance to practice virtue and cultivate resilience. How often do we shy away from discomfort, choosing the easier, more comfortable path instead? However, what if, like the Stoics, we began to see discomfort as a valuable tool for building strength and character? One way to actively embrace discomfort involves engaging in voluntary hardship, a practice that deliberately places us in challenging situations. This might entail physical training, fasting, or confronting our fears. These intentional acts of discomfort serve to train the mind to remain calm and composed even when genuine hardships arise. The more we practice enduring discomfort, the stronger and more mentally resilient we become, effectively preparing ourselves for life's inevitable challenges. In modern life, this concept can be incredibly empowering. Stepping outside your comfort zone is often where the most significant growth occurs. Perhaps it involves tackling that daunting project at work, having a tough conversation you've been avoiding, or trying something entirely new that makes you feel nervous. By facing these uncomfortable situations, you open yourself up to growth and learning. It's easy to settle into routines, doing the same things that make us feel safe and secure. But the Stoics remind us that the most valuable lessons in life come from stepping into discomfort. In fact, some of life's most enriching experiences arise from the challenges we least expect and often try to avoid. Consider your own life. What's one area where you've been avoiding discomfort? Could it be that difficult conversation you need to have with a friend, or perhaps a career move that feels uncertain but also exciting? What would happen if you leaned into that discomfort instead of recoiling from it? The truth is that when we challenge ourselves, we grow. This is a central lesson offered by Stoicism. The more you embrace discomfort, the more courageous, adaptable, and resilient you become. Ultimately, facing life's adversities isn't about avoiding them, but about viewing them as opportunities to become stronger and more virtuous. Embracing the journey, continued growth, and resilience. As we conclude, it's important to remember that understanding Stoic strategies is only the initial step. The real transformation occurs when you consistently apply these principles to your daily life. Begin today by selecting one principle that resonates with you and integrating it into your routine. Whether it's embracing discomfort, practicing gratitude, or cultivating patience, these small, consistent steps will lead to significant personal growth and sustained happiness over time. Do not allow this knowledge to remain dormant. Instead, use it to become the best version of yourself. Stoicism, then, becomes a guide, a framework, and an invitation to live a life of purpose, strength, and enduring contentment.